This video is for Monday, May 4th. And you know what this week is? This week is Mother's Day week. So we have a lot to get ready in time for Mother's Day on Sunday for your mom. All right, so we're going to be making a card this week. And if you'd like to make the chocolate covered strawberries for your mom on Friday, then go to my cooking class on Friday and you can do that. That might be a nice little gift. Or else talk to one of your family members about how you could order something or get something at the store. It's going to be a little tricky this year because the shipping is a little slower. So get on it. Another thing you can do this week is how about be really nice and cooperative for your mom. Don't make her nag you about doing your work. Just do it. And how about picking up your stuff around the house? I know that when you stay home, at least at my house, when we're home a lot, things tend to not be as tidy. We tend to leave our stuff around more because we're home all the time. So, maybe you could pick up some of your things around the house and put them away or clean your room. That would be a really great gift for your mom. And guess what? It's free. All right, so we're going to start off with our reading. So, we're going to be reading Twister on Tuesday, still, Chapter 7. Now, if you've already read it, you can go ahead and read another book and count that for your reading time, because I know some of you really like this, so you read ahead. So I'm going to tell you what we're going to be doing for our activity with the books this week. You have only one activity. You can choose which day you're going to do it on. You need to choose your favorite part of the book. So this day we're reading about the twister. Now, if you already have a favorite part, you can choose it, but you might want to wait till you get to the end or almost end of the book. That would work too. You're going to write right here your favorite part. My favorite part of the book is when this happened, and then you're going to tell what happened. And you're going to draw a picture of it and color your picture and color it in. Make sure to color the frame and color this part, make it look really nice, kind of like a little book report, but it's short. All right? So for spelling, we're going to be on sort 31. So make sure to ignore sort 30 on your list. We already did that one. Now we're going to be having the vowels O-O. And when they're together, they can make the sound of like brook. Excuse me. Crook, foot, hood, hook, like that. Or it can make the sound of like a U in fool, groom, hoop. So it's slightly different sound, but similar. Now we have a few oddball words, and these oddball words have O-U-L-D, could, should, would. Those are really tricky because you can't sound it out. So go ahead and try to memorize that because you're going to be writing those words often in your work. For our A list, we have a couple of words that were in math, perimeter and estimating are math words. We have our state, California, and then honesty and fairness are character traits. Fairness was last month, and honesty is going to be our new character trait this month. So you're going to cut out these words, and you're going to glue them on your sort. So when you try to figure it out, when you look at it, they're going to all look the same except for their oddball. So you can use your list to help you if you're having trouble, but go ahead and try to do it and just read a word. Like say you have the word root. Say the word root. You're going to say, does that sound like soon, root, soon? Or does it sound like good, soon? Sorry. What word did I say I was doing? I said I was doing root. Root, good. No, it sounds more like soon, right? So you're trying to tell what the middle of the word sounds like, and if it sounds more like soon or good in the middle of the word. You kind of have to ignore the beginning and end. So it's a little tricky. So go ahead and glue those here. Use your list to help you if you get stuck. So for handwriting, we're doing page 67. Let me show you how to make the capital F. You're going to start at the top. This is going to be like a capital T. Start at the top, make a boat, and then do a slant across, and then cross it in the middle makes an F, not a T. So at first, it's a T, but you cross it and it's an F. Lowercase f, you're going to start like an L. Go straight down and then around. So Dart like an L, straight down and around. That's your F. So today in our math book, we're going to start on page 657. And these are your tools. This is a ruler. These are inches, and one ruler is 1 foot. This is your yardstick, which is 3 feet or 36 inches. The other tool you're going to need today, which I'm not giving you, is a tape measure. I'm hoping you have one of these at home. If for some reason you don't, you're just going to have to use your yardstick, but it's going to be a lot harder. So hopefully your parents have one of these in their garage or wherever they keep their tools. Okay, so you are going to draw 3 pictures, an object that you would measure with an inch ruler. So if you're going to use an inch ruler to measure something, it should be smaller than an inch ruler. The same size or smaller, that would be a good item to measure with an inch ruler, like a pen would be a good item, or something that's smaller than the ruler. And then for the yardstick, it could be something that's bigger than a ruler but smaller than a yardstick. And then the measuring tape can be as long as it says on your tape. So mine measures 12 feet. So I want to draw something that in real life would be 12 feet or less. Now, when we do this, you are going to find an object in real life and say what tool would be best to use and and about how many inches it is, or how many feet it is, or how many yards it is. You're going to put down what you measured in. Okay, so first of all, like an eraser, if you don't have an eraser like this, you could just use an eraser that you use for a pencil, something like that. Now, an eraser is going to be small, so if it's something small, what should you use? Well, I would use a ruler, so you put ruler here. Okay, then you're going to measure it, probably in inches, and put how many, then you use IN for inches. Now, this would be a hallway, so you could do a hallway in your house. Is your hallway bigger than a ruler or a yardstick? If it is, then you should use a measuring tape. Okay, so put the tool that you're going to use. Sometimes there's more than one answer for the kind of tool you can use. And then you're going to put about how much it is. Now, when they say about, that means to the nearest inch. So if it's in between, you should take what it, the closest inch. Or if you're measuring in feet, or you're measuring in yards, you're going to take that. Now, when you're using your measuring tape, it says feet right here. Mine says feet in red like that. It marks off the feet. So probably you would be measuring something big and you would be measuring it in feet. Okay? Your hand. Now, when you get over here, if you don't know what these items are, do something that's close. You have a Kleenex box. This could be your closet. You could measure that. What would you measure your closet with? Well, your closet's pretty big, so I'd probably use a measuring tape. And over here, it says how to spell these. You could just put ruler instead of inch ruler. That's fine. Yardstick, measuring tape. Okay? Now, if you don't have a swing set, write something else that you're going to measure that's big. Like you could measure your couch. Just write it in, couch. This could be, the desk could be any table. And then if you have any kind of floor where there's a square, or maybe you have a tile. In my kitchen, I have tiles that are maybe like this wide and then this long. I could just measure the width of that tile. Okay, so you're going to put what tool you're going to use and about how much it is. And then these are going to be some word problems. It's really good that you practice doing this in real life because it'll give you the feel of it. And remember, when you're measuring, like let's say I was going to measure this book. What would be the best tool for this book? Well, maybe this one because it's small. Make sure you're lining this up at the edge where it says 0 on your ruler. And then here it's not exact, but it's closer to 9 than 8, so I would say 9 inches. Okay, for your Scholastic Science, you're going to be using your Scholastic booklet. There were some people who already turned it in. If you did the one about the rock collecting, then that's fine, you're good. But if you haven't and you turn this in and you don't have this booklet, then just do this on another piece of paper. But you should have some more pages left in this booklet. So for your rock collection, you're going to read some stories and books about rocks. And then you're going to start a collection. So you need to go out and find a few rocks. Now, when you do that, I don't really want you to go and take people's decorative rocks that they bought at Home Depot. I want you to try to find some rocks. So just when you're going around the neighborhood or in your backyard, find some rocks. And then if you like this, you can keep collecting them. Okay, so you need something to put them in, and then you're going to choose one of those rocks that you collected. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to write you're going to put your name. So in the sample it says Eva's Rock Collection. Let's write that. So you're going to put your name, blanks, rock collection, and then you're going to put the date. So today, if you're doing it today, then it's, May's a new month, 5/4/20. And then you're going to describe the rock. So you have to look at the rock. You can draw a picture of it if you want right here and color what it looks like. It might be gray. It might have a pink line on it. It's probably small. So just write your description here. Describe it. And then you're going to write where you found it. You can say found where you found it. The sample says on the sidewalk near the park, but you maybe found it in your backyard or where you found it. Okay, so you just need to do this for one rock, and then if you like doing this and collecting rocks, you can get an egg carton or a jar and collect more at a later date. So I'm going to do a separate tutorial for our art project today, which is our Mother's Day card. Our Mother's Day card, there's going to be a couple different parts. The first part is making the card, decorating the front, and the second part is writing the message. So it might take you more than one day. I was kind of thinking maybe today you could do the front, and then I think on Thursday you might have time to do your message. If you really get into it and you want to do it all today, that's fine, but I will post that tutorial again on Thursday so that you can finish it if you haven't finished it yet. So that will be a separate tutorial. When you look at your list on GradeLink, it's kind of be near the bottom where it says, it's going to say Mother's Day card, and then I'll say art tutorial. Okay? So let me tell you about a couple other things. Now, as far as a recess activity, we've done a lot of different activities. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the list of what I've already told you to do, and there are links attached to those. Choose something from the list that you didn't have a chance to do already, or that you really like to want to do again. Also, what I've done is I've left some blanks so you can put in your own ideas, and I have put in some of your ideas on the list of recess activities. Okay, there are a couple pages stapled together in a packet. Those are your extra credit pages, so let me just briefly explain them. One of them is the DIY activity. That goes with the science activity we're going to do later in the week. So when we do the Genius Science, you will see that they will tell you about this, and you can do it if you like. It's not required, but it's a fun activity to do with the Genius Science. Okay, then you have a Mother's Day crossword, just to remember your mom. You have a couple pages about pioneers. So on this one, you're going to choose the title that goes best with the story. So we're working on title. Okay, your last page is a little house word scramble. And I'm going to tell you right now, this is hard. Okay? Because these are some chores that they would have done in the olden days. And some of those things we don't do anymore, so you might not even know about them. So go ahead and try it. It doesn't say what the answers are, but I can put that on the website later in the week. I'm not going to put the answers in order, but I will give you the answers later in the week. If you need help, just then you can do more like a matching thing. But you unscramble the words to find the old-fashioned chore. Okay, well, that's all for today, kids. Good luck, and remember, this week is all about your mom, so do everything you can to make it a great week for her.